Welcome. So this is what a max player level 50, it says infinite right at the top on the right hand side of your screen. But this is what a max Juliana loadout looks like on the game Deathloop. Now it's only been out for a few days, but it's probably the best next gen game I've played to date. Now there's a lot of exciting games coming out, but we're focusing on this. We're focusing on the multiplayer aspect and Juliana. So I'm going to run you through what I use, why I use it, and then we're going to be diving into a game as well. So we're going to start off straight away with the traits, the character traits on the left-hand side. Now, I got these traits fairly early on. I'm pretty sure you gain the same traits per level. But let's run through what I am using. The one at the top is Turtle Shell, greatly reduces damage taken. Now, there's a few other traits you can choose from reduces headshots to, you deal less damage but take less damage. I think this evens the playing field. It doesn't affect the other player. It doesn't affect any of your other stats other than your defense. So nice and easy, take less damage. Why not? Now, Spring Healed, I think, is probably everyone's favorite trait because just double jumping is super cool. And it's very practical to get into those spots, to be a bit sneakier, to evade your enemy, or just if you're pursuing, and if they've not got it, you're going to be catching them up a lot quicker. So double jump in midair, a classic superhero maneuver. And then for my last two, we've got Juiced Up, which increases your power. So I believe you have 4 bars instead of 3, which is very useful for then using your abilities. And then, of course, maximum health. Juliana, you have 1 life compared to Colt, who can have up to 3. If you're facing a very good Colt, you need maximum health. You'll get wiped out straight away if you don't. So, yeah, never say die. Definitely pick that. And of course, the purple traits are the best. Obviously, you have your common ones. You've got your rare, which are the blue, and then the purple, which are the best version of the trait. So always aim for purple. But now I've just talked about powers. Let's go over to the other side. And I've been using these two since I've got them. Especially as Juliana, it's definitely what you need. Now, I hopefully am going to say this right. It's Carnes. I can't even speak. Carnesses. Throw enemies around painfully. This is your best friend. If you've got an aggressive Colt, and if you do play Colts and you'd like to go against Juliana, you should be aggressive with 3 lives, 100%. Now, this ability is going to help you push them away to the side, to the left, to the right, push them off the map. But with these upgrades as well, suspension is going to keep Colt in mid-air. So you can then just absolutely plaster him with shots. Hopefully in the next gameplay, we're going to see an example of this. Now, there are ways to get around these abilities as Colt, but I'll do that in a different video. And then you've got Slam as well. I'm not sure if these two work together. Normally it's just the suspension. I don't actually see him, being slammed to the ground. But imagine if you took suspension off, and then had Slam, you'd launch him up and then launch him back down. And that would be very effective. I might have to do a video on that. But suspension for now is my number 1. And then, of course, you're using Shift, whether you need to chase Colt or you need to gain some distance away from him. It's definitely the best one. I know you can go invisible. There is that trait there, but Shift, it gets you into the fight and it gets you out of it. I've got Airborne. So using Shift in mid-air briefly halts you from falling. So you can jump off a ledge and then hold, I believe it's L1, and then you'll just freeze in mid-air. So good for kind of maybe catching Colt off guard or repositioning. And then reach, of course, Shift has a further distance. So once again, if you're trying to catch up with Colt or gain some distance, you can do that a little easier. Of course, you've got your charges, Masquerade as well. But then let's go over to weapons. Now we're going to start off with my favorite weapon, the most powerful. And when you get this, definitely use it. But we're going into a match right now. I'll have to continue this right after. And first thing you always do is you want to look who the boss is. Of course, if you know your day and night cycles, you'll know who the boss is without even having to look. And then you want to know where the spawn points are. So, first of all, you don't want to make the mistake of killing Colt too soon. If he exits his tunnel and then you kill him, he'll teleport into his tunnel and then he can escape and you lose the game. So you need to allow him to get far enough into the map before you kill him. So that's number one. Now, I played this map numerous amounts of times, so I know he's going to be spawning again right at the back of the map over there. So my first thing is I need to booby trap this place. So you've got your grenades left on the D-pad, normal grenades, then you've got your mines, and then of course you've got your lasers as the last one. But of course I just want to use my mines. You need to place these. You cannot throw them because they will just explode on impact. Now I know a few sneaky spots you can get this from. Probably just gonna put one here. There we are. So I booby trapped the area because, of course, if he hacks the antenna, he can then just leave the game and you lose. It is very tricky for Juliana. You know, you've got 1 life compared to 3. Of course, you've got the help of the AI, so you need to try and use that as much as possible. Hacking the antenna already. Holy shit. That was quick. No explosions went off either. Oh, there we are. Okay, so as you can see, this gun here. We know he went downstairs. Oh, he died. He died. So sometimes the craziness just kind of happens far too quickly. I think he was probably making a run because I need to then... Sweet. So there you are. I just suspended him up in the air. Nice as a kill. He's now got 1 life available. Okay, you've got very good shots on me then. Again, there you are, just able to disengage. Wow. Okay, as I was saying, so we're going to go on to my favorite weapon now, which is 110% the Heritage Gun. Now, it's this exact variant of it, though. It's the Inferno. Slugs release gas, the buckshot detonates it, and then obviously you can transform it between the slug shot and the buckshot. Now, the best thing about this is with the slug shot, it has incredible range, and it releases that gas. However, it's not just the buckshot that detonates it, it's any bullets at all. So if you land this the slug shot on the enemy, on Colt, and he shoots, he'll cause the gas to ignite and explode on himself, which typically is what happens 80% of the time. 80% of the time, it works every time.
They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
And then on there, so of course we've got damaging an enemy greatly slows the start of their health regeneration. That's what we want. Greatly increases the range, helps with the slug shots. You definitely need that. And then quick draw as well, just to get it out as fast as possible. That's what she said. And then we're going to go with the sniper and the SMG. SMG, just beautiful for when you've used your Carnus's ability, just to absolutely plaster them. But also, because I've got Hailfire, which greatly increases the rate of fire, rain death down on Black Reef. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. The speed this gun shoots at with that ability is nuts. Like, Colt does not stand a chance. If you use that ability and then use the SMG, they're done. With that as well, I've got greatly increases the range at which the weapon is accurate. It is a bit sloppy, without it. This just refines it. And then lastly, enemies suffer damage and severe power loss when you shoot them. If they want to try and get away, and you're shooting them with this, their power's being drained. And then with the open wounds, obviously shot enemies take damage over time as well. So that gun is just carnage. And then lastly, again, we've got a sniper which open wounds as well. And then we've got quick draw, nice and fast sniper shots, back shots. Aiming down sight takes far less time. So not only can we pull out the gun super quick, we can then take our shots just as quick. And then the distance over which your weapon does full damage is greatly increased. I've been shot by Colts with a sniper rifle a few times, and it's done a little bit of damage here and there. This sniper will do a 2-shot kill. It will do a 2-shot kill. With the bleeding effect as well. It's so good. But there we are. We're jumping into another game now. So hopefully we'll be able to show you all of this put together now. Okay, so we've got a different map this time. Once again, you want to let Colt get out of the spawn, so then when he respawns, he's not back in the tunnels and he can escape. Find the best place to try and booby trap the antenna, so then you can kind of go roaming. Of course, your main priority is the antenna. Common place to come from is here. Put one here. One there. And then, we just lost some health as well. So yeah, be careful of that. And then one there as well. Sweet. And then it's also really useful to know where the health spawns. I think Colt might be nearby. Okay, so I know where he spawns. So we're just going to make a quick... That looks well different. So we're going to make a quick rotation up. Of course, to be the best Juliana, you need to know the spawns. It looks like he may have taken it. Oh, here we are. There we are. Boom. There we are. There's a boat shot. Boom. Now, I'm not sure if I've let him come far enough out of the spawn. And that should be him dead. Matey Bob. There we are. So, yeah, Juliana, again, I think I used all of her guns then. But as you saw, the SMG, but my favorite, the Heritage, with the explosive gas is just absolutely beautiful. Now, this was kind of a quick rundown. 91 points. I'm on 13,000 points with her. I think my win streak is 9 consecutive wins. Now, let's quickly talk about this. I actually hit 20 defeats before I hit 20 wins. I think I was like 20 defeats and like 12 wins. The starting off with Juliana for the first 10 levels anyway is a little difficult. The guns you have, they're not ideal. But then quickly after level 10, you do start gaining the good stuff rather quickly. And of course, you keep all of the traits, all the weapons if you die. So there's never any worry about that. But yeah, so 47 wins to 27 defeats now with a 9 win streak. The only thing which really screws with you is the connection. Like sometimes you get disconnected. Again, it won't disrupt the win streak. But when you are against a Colt, because I feel like you join their server. So, you know, sometimes the servers are a little bad and you lag and you'll be jumping back and forth. And on their screen, you'll just be standing in the spot and they can kill you. Happened about 4 times already. But, yeah, other than that, again, we're one more game and we've got like 10 win streak. I think that'll be the first time. You should get like a reward for that. Maybe like 300, 400 points. And talking of quickly skins, so of course we've got them all. My favorite one is this one, the Checkmate. I think that's probably the best one. However, I go with the Blackmate because I just think it's not as noticeable. Like whether you're standing still or, you know, in the dark in the nighttime, you know, it's a little trickier to see. If you played Warzone, it's like the rose skin basically. But yeah, so that's the Juliana kind of light play. If you want me to go through anything specific, any gameplay styles, the maps, because I know all the maps fairly well, the spawn points, and the best places to booby trap. If you want anything at all, let me know down below. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm going to get to editing this straight away. And yeah, for more Deathloop gameplay, or maybe if you want me to run through Colt, how to counter Juliana, I could do that as well. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. It's been Martin Walsh. Like, follow, subscribe, all the good stuff. And I will see you soon. Thank you.